something shifted. Not outside you, inside. In the place where the running used to start, that automatic pull toward the exit, that reflex that kept you moving before anything could fully land. Something is different there now. You stopped. And I need you to understand what that actually means. Because most people who reach this moment mistake the stillness for exhaustion. They think they stopped running because they ran out of road. That is not what happened. What happened is that something in you finally understood what I have been saying all along. There was never anywhere to run to. Here is what the Matrix needed from you. Movement. Not toward anything specific, just movement. The constant state of being in transit between one goal and the next, one plan and the next, one season of waiting for the right circumstances and the next. A person in motion is a person who is not paying full attention to where they actually are. And the Matrix is not threatened by your ambition or your hunger for something more. It is threatened by one thing only: your stillness, because a person who has stopped running and is simply standing, fully present, fully themselves, fully connected to something the system cannot reach. That person cannot be routed, cannot be redirected, cannot be kept occupied with the next thing and the thing after that. That person is ungovernable. And you just became that person. Now watch what happens. Every mechanism the Matrix built to manage you requires a person in motion, the comparison, the urgency, the manufactured sense that time is running out and you are behind, and there is somewhere you should already be that you have not arrived at yet. Every single one of those tools requires a moving target. You just stopped moving. The comparison lands on no one when there is no one trying to measure up. The urgency dissolves when you are no longer honoring the deadlines the system invented. The scarcity evaporates when you have stepped out of the economy of worth the Matrix created. The system has no move. And here's what it does next. It moves on, quietly, without acknowledgement. It redirects toward the people still in motion, the ones it can still route, because the Matrix is efficient above everything else. It does not waste resources on targets it cannot reach. You are no longer a target it can work with. Let me tell you about where you are standing right now. The ground beneath you was not assembled while you were looking for it. It was not earned through the running or constructed by the process. It was placed there before you arrived, built specifically for the weight of someone like you, for everything you carry, for the calling that the Matrix spent years trying to compress into something more manageable. You do not have to earn the right to stand on it. You do not have to maintain a performance to keep it beneath your feet. You just stand. And from that standing, from that stillness on ground that was built for exactly this, everything that the running kept just out of reach becomes directly available. The clarity, the full presence, the impact, not eventually. A person who is fully still and fully present and fully standing on ground that was built for them does not need to go searching for the people they were meant to reach. Those people find them. The Matrix moves toward noise and motion and the performance of significance. What I built moves toward stillness and depth and the quiet certainty of someone who has stopped pretending to be anything other than exactly what they are. This is not the end of your story with the Matrix, but it is the end of the chapter where it was writing your story for you. From here, you hold the pen. My child, you stopped running. Every tool the Matrix built to manage you required a version of you that was in motion. And you just removed yourself from every single one of those mechanisms in one moment of stopping. The system that spent years routing you through its corridors is now routing itself around you. This is the moment. Not the moment everything becomes easy. The moment everything becomes real. You stopped running. Now watch what happens next. Subscribe to Matrix Override and turn on notifications. Go back and watch the full series from part 1. Every message builds on the last. Type "I am standing" in the comments. You stopped running. Now watch what happens next. Until the next one, awakened choosers.